Hello, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I would like to thank Mr. Balakakis for this invitation. And let's hope that we will keep coming together. I would like to greet a lot of friends and colleagues and other stakeholders of the agri-food business. You will allow me to talk about the environmental measures, and I would also like to talk about the financing tools that can be used in favor of those measures and in order to mitigate the effects of climate change. First of all, we have talked about the Common Agricultural Policy. This CAP is something that all member states should adhere to. The European Commission has set very high goals in order to reach a zero carbon footprint and zero emission footprint in order to mitigate climate change. So, in the framework of our strategic planning that will be given for approval and will be start implementing by the 1st January of 2023, we have to prioritize some strategies apart from our general goals and that are based on the 3 pillars of sustainability, on society and environmental crisis. So the umbrella of policy proposed by the European Union, which applies to every policy, is the European Green Deal, which includes specific strategies, 2 of which are implemented also in the agri-food systems. And member states should make specific interventions and include them in their strategic plans. First of all, farm-to-fork strategy and biodiversity strategy. They have some quantified goals, ambitious if you wish, and all member states should find ways and interventions in order to prove that they can reach those goals, and all member states together should contribute to this effort. More specifically, I want to talk about those goals. A basic goal that should be achieved by 2030 is the 25% of the used agricultural land to be used for organic farming. This is a rather ambitious goal, and the average right now is 8% and Greece has 9%. There are member states that are ranked better than Greece, but there are also others that are doing worse. I imagine that Mr. Lianos maybe will talk more specifically about those issues. So, the main goal is 25% for organic farming. The second goal is to reduce 50% the use of plant protection products. And the third is to reduce to 50% the antibiotics given to animals, to livestock. And we should prove those, the achievement of those goals with figures. We should also reduce the use of nitrogen and phosphorus, and we should include in our strategic plan quantified measures and comments. So the land that we used should be also used for 10% to non-productive issues, which means that we should leave land uncultivated in order for flora and fauna to grow. All those are very difficult issues, but since there was a deal, an agreement on a European level, all member states should prove that they can achieve those goals with the interventions that they are planning. Right now, Greece has received the first remarks regarding our initial strategic plan that has been submitted timely on December 2021. So at the end of March, we have received the first remarks, and we are communicating. We have a channel of communication with Brussels, and we also discuss with other stakeholders and other ministries in order to codify those remarks, and we also communicate with the European Commission. So, starting from the last panel, because there was a discussion on mentality and on rationale, this is a very difficult endeavor, because all those things should be translated and should be understood by our farmers, because at the end of the day it is them who have to implement them every day at the farms, and based on their implementation our plan will be either successful or unsuccessful. Therefore, we are preparing specific interventions, not only on this transitional period. Digital investment and environmental friendly investment are on the focus, and those are very important, a very important part of our investment plans for the farmers, and it will allow them to receive funding by the measures. I will focus on the investment part and not on the first part, on the subsidies, because according to the Green Deal, an important part of the immediate subsidies, 2.9 billion annually when it comes to Greece, 25% of that should be given to targeted ecosystems. So the 25% of 2 billion euros should be chosen by our farmers based on environmental protection. And right now we have created a list of practices written in a simple way, practices that are already used by our farmers in order for them to be able to use them. However, in this conjecture, and I think that from 2028 we will have really a plethora of measures, focusing always on digitalization and on environmental friendly investments. Those could become very useful tools for farmers in order to boost their competitiveness, and a tool that will allow them to tackle the new challenges. For example, war. We have talked about financing tools earlier in the previous session, and from what I can understand from my participation in the Council of Ministers of Agriculture, that this programming period from 21 to 27, it might be the last period with subsidies. Then we will talk only about loans and not money that will be given to the farmers. The DG Agri has started issuing recommendations for the creation of such loans, for such banking institution to create those products, and therefore now we have the microcredits funds, and step by step our farmers start to use it, to get to know it and use it. Right now there are investment programs for this transitional period until 2027, such as the improvement plans, the land reclamation plans, and other interventions that are prepared from 2023 and later on. Agrotourism, young farmers, and all those have a high percentage of subsidies, and if our farmers will work together, they may get even more money, even more funding, that in some cases, for example in the islands, may come up to 90%. Therefore, a first call, a first, if you wish of the ministry is to understand that this is a unique opportunity to utilize those financing tools. The NSRF and the development law hasn't started yet to give away money, and those targeted measures apart from those measures, there is the Resilience and Development Fund. Now, our ministry, the Ministry of Rural Development and Food, we have also a large amount of funding. Our package has got 4 actions, includes 4 actions, and the largest is investment measures for the agricultural sector with 5 actions, and they come up to 520 millions, 200 millions for public irrigation works with public and private cooperations, and also actions regarding the digital transformation of agriculture. For example, to collect data for precision farming. I would like to mention that the first 5 actions, the action for the reinforcement of green use, the genetic improvement, and the restructuring of crops, are already on the go. We already have open calls, and we have adapted them after the public consultation with the public and the European Commission, and we have also given an extension to the deadline for applications, and this is a very important package that is happening for the first time. And now we are also launching an open call for investment on aquaculture, and along the investment plan for sea and aquaculture gives the opportunity to all those investors, not only when it comes to farming but also livestock breeding and fisheries, to use those tools. Therefore, if I have to focus on something today, is that this conjecture may have some facts that we have to tackle. Talking about the war of Russia against Ukraine, but at the other hand, there are a lot of important investment measures that, with the help of us all, the farmers, should utilize them at the best possible way. And on our behalf, and on my behalf as Secretary General, I'm always at your disposal for any kind of collaboration for the best possible result, because we all want the same thing. We want all that money to be used in the best possible way and to see, let's say, a plethora of investment in the agricultural sector. Thank you very much.